Canada's largest city, Toronto, is an economic powerhouse. Many people across the country and world dream of moving to Toronto. Unfortunately, living in Toronto is not as glamorous as it looks to outsiders. Life in Toronto is harsh, costly, fast, and exhausting. Many people prefer to leave the city as soon as they get a chance to escape to another city. Here are top 10 reasons why you should not move to Toronto in Canada. As the population continues to grow and land becomes scarce, the average home price in the Greater Toronto Area has skyrocketed more than 450% since 1996. Average price of a house rose from $200,000 in 1996 to $1.1 million in 2021. At the same time, population of the region increased 54% and is continuing to grow. Average home sold price in Toronto increased 18.5% year over year to $1.3 million for March 2022. You can get condo apartment in $800,000, semi-detached home in $1.3 million, and detached home in $1.7 million. Canadian winter is for those who love cold weather and winter sports. Toronto weather in winter is in fact milder than most Canadian cities, yet still cold and snowy. The coldest month of the year in Toronto is January, with an average low of -7 Celsius and high of -1 Celsius. Sometimes temperatures remain below -10 Celsius and -20 Celsius in night, with wind chills making it feel like -30 Celsius. This may not be one of the greatest cons living in Toronto, but it will concern you very much if you used to warm climate. Traffic congestion is one of the biggest problems in Toronto. The city is commonly ranked as one of the worst cities for commuters in both Canada and the world. Toronto drivers navigate some of the most congested roads in Canada. It takes Toronto drivers about 33% longer on average to get to their destinations due to traffic. The delays increases to about 56% during morning rush hour and 68% in the evening rush hour period. Besides congested traffic and long commute times, car insurance and parking fees are expensive too in Toronto. Toronto is in a red-hot housing bubble right now, and this housing inflation is pouring out into rents. Toronto has the second highest rents in the country, with average monthly rent in for one bedroom at $2,000 and for two bedrooms at $2,700, with 12 to 15% year-over-year increment. So if you want to live in the city, you need to make lot of money, or living in a suburb get you lower housing or renting costs but less convenience as you have to commute everywhere. Cost of rent is sky high in Toronto relative to wages. The Toronto Transit Commission, or TTC, runs three modes which operate extensive routes throughout the city and suburbs. The population of Toronto has been almost double in the past decade, but the system has not been extended to serve the growing population. The subway line services only a fraction of the city. Several parts of the system are horribly congested. Public transport is expensive too. You can save only if you buy a monthly pass. However, compared to other cities, pass is also costly. In snowy days, Subway network can get disrupted as much of the subway is above ground. Bus routes are very long and are poorly coordinated with the subway. Coordination with other regional systems is also terrible. Toronto is one of the most expensive cities to live in Canada. Not just the housing cost, but the overall cost of living in Toronto is high. From groceries to internet, you will be paying high cost for pretty much everything in Toronto. Family of 4 estimated monthly cost are $3,600 without rent. A single person estimated monthly cost are $1,000 without rent. Living in Toronto, particularly anywhere near downtown, can be very expensive. In short, here everything is expensive for no reason. However, Toronto is 19% cheaper than London and 25% cheaper than New York. It will be difficult to find a job in Toronto if you don't know how and where to look. Finding a dream job here can be a bit difficult, especially if you are a new graduate or recently relocated to Toronto. Despite a thriving tech and information sector which offers many jobs, there is high competition between local students and immigrants. Competition is fierce and you will find many overqualified people waiting to find a well-paid job. Torontonians have a reputation of being unfriendly and standoffish, most probably because they are too busy. People do tend to stick to their cliques or social circles. There is certain level of stress and tiredness in local that makes it hard for them to be open to making new friends. Social media makes it a lot easier to stay connected in such big city and it's lots of hustle and bustle. Toronto is a bit boring. Toronto is a kind of New York operated by the Swiss. Toronto does not have its own personality and soul like the New York or Montreal or Vancouver. It was built by financial interests to process financial gains. You will find trendy cafes and restaurants all reflecting something that has been made famous somewhere else. You will not be able to see any breathtaking, unique, or charming examples of Toronto architecture. Nothing has started first in Toronto and then spread out, not even celebrities. Toronto is too convenient, predictable, and safe. People live in their individually ethnical enclaves. Very little degree of actual mix and diversity. If you live in Toronto, you are no stranger to litter. Litter costs Toronto more than $27.5 million a year to clean up, despite of there being 10,000 garbage bins in parks and busy areas. Small items such as cigarette butts and gum, and large items such as paper towels and napkins, masks, and single-use drink cups are commonly littered items in Toronto. Though littering is crime in the city, it's one of the hardest things to catch and there is no immediate consequences for the litter bug.
Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe our channel. Press bell icon to see updates on our latest videos.